Hi, I'm John from Nurture. I'm one of the beekeepers who helps to look after the bees down here at Milton Park. And we thought it'd be great to show you the inside of the hive and basically how it all works. So you can see one hive behind me here that's still completely assembled and has got all its outside parts on. And on the other hive you can see that I've removed the outside parts over here, and you can see the inside parts consisting of the lower part of the hive where the queen lives and raises her young. And there's a grid that I'll show you in a minute when I take the hive apart that stops the queen going up and laying eggs into the top. And then in the top part is where the honey is collected throughout the year in boxes which are called supers. So the first thing I'll do is I'll pop over there, I'll grab a frame out of the supers and I'll bring it over and show you the actual honey in the frame, which is the honey that will end up in jars and coming out into Milton Park. And here's a good example straight away of a frame from the top of the hive which has been completely filled up with honey and then completely sealed over with wax. The bees actually seal the wax over the honey once they know that it's not going to ferment in stores, so it's ready for winter stores. And these frames are surplus to their needs because they collect lots of honey in the bottom and that's what they overwinter on. So this is the honey that gets removed. And quite simply, all that happens when it's actually removed is that very thin wax capping is removed with a sharp knife, and I'm just going to demonstrate that with my hive tool. So you can see that very thin layer being removed, and underneath that you've then got the honey. You can see it glistening. The honey's spun in a radial extractor and then removed so that it goes into jars. And these, what's called honeycombs, once they're empty of honey, can be reused next year. So that's the honey collection and how that works. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to dip down a bit further into the hive and have a look at the bees living in the very bottom of the hive. Of the two boxes on the very bottom, which you can see at the moment, one at the top one is normally completely full of honey that they'll overwinter on. So I'll take that off and then I'll dip down into the bottom one to find some young bees to show you. This is the grid which beekeepers call the queen excluder, which basically stops the queen from going up into the top of the hive. And down from the bottom part of the hive, you can see straight away that this frame is a lot busier with worker bees walking around and tending to the young bees, which are inside these cells you can see as a biscuit coloured capping. Because those cells have been capped over in the same way as the wax. It's just simply that rather than having honey underneath those, they've got a young bee waiting to be born. And speaking of which, I think I can actually see one ready to emerge. So I'll just see if I can gently remove part of the capping and see if the bee will emerge. And it's just about ready to come out. Once they're ready to be born, they bite the lid off the cell and then they come out fully formed. And you can see it just here, and there she is, just popping out. And once she emerges, she's fully formed, and she'll immediately start walking towards the edge of the frame because she'll want to eat honey and get some energy, and then she'll start her working life straight away. So I'm going to pop this frame back in the bottom now, and on the next video we'll come back and we'll show you how the honey is removed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.